If you could fight anybody in the UFC, who would you choose?
I mean, I've said it before, the only fight that will break the record of me and Mike Tyson is me versus Conor. So we're going to see that happen.
We need that. We need that.
Jake Paul's much bigger, but Conor McGregor's skill level is just way up there. Conor McGregor could walk around at 190.
So he's almost heavyweight.
He can. You know what's a real weapon is if I could tell you what I'm going to hit you with and then hit you with it. With Conor's left, is there somebody he's not going to catch with that? Even though the size difference is pretty tremendous. You know, there's a certain point where the weights are getting similar. Then the big guys, it's a big-ass target that you can't miss. If he's only boxing, Conor McGregor, there's things that he does that are way superior than most of the MMA fighters that he's fighting. His footwork is unusual. So Jake will have a hell of a hard time, especially when somebody like Conor, I know Jake can hit hard, but I don't think he's hitting Conor clean. And I don't think Conor can miss him. I don't see Jake having superior defensive skill. And Conor's faster. His left hand is a weapon. Conor's movement is extraordinary.
I was with my brother Jake Paul and Conor McGregor, and then they stuck us on a bus. He said he's gonna like slap me, Jake, and KSI.
Here's the deal, I'm gonna slap the hell out of Filios and KSI.
And then you can see me and Jake like belly laugh.
Jake Paul calling out Conor McGregor after barely surviving Anthony Joshua isn't confidence. It's escalation bordering on delusion. Once you felt true heavyweight power and walked away damaged, the mind starts playing tricks to protect the ego. Suddenly, Conor McGregor begins to look like a reset button instead of another loaded threat. But here's the problem nobody wants to say out loud. Conor isn't a recovery fight. He's chaos, timing, angles, and raw hostility. If Jake thought Joshua brought pressure, he should wait until a smaller fighter who has no respect for him starts breaking rhythm and dragging him into exchanges he can't simply clinch his way out of. That call-out doesn't signal ambition. It signals panic disguised as bravado, like someone scrambling to create a new narrative before the old one completely collapses. And trust me, if that fight ever becomes real, someone is going to get hurt in a way no camera angle can soften.
That guy did great for someone who's been boxing for like less than a decade. He has had no real professional opponents other than Tommy Fury that were legitimate world-class boxers.
And here's the part that keeps me awake. After the fight, toughness became the shield. Courage became the currency. And that's fine, until those ideas are used to dodge reality. Toughness didn't control that fight. It only delayed the ending AT heavyweight. Delaying the ending is how careers quietly disappear. If you think this was some kind of moral victory, you're ignoring how fast belief collapses once fatigue sets in. And that collapse was visible, painfully visible.
Boy. Well, realistically, it's one of the craziest propositions of all time. You take a guy...
Joshua explained it calmly afterward, maybe too calmly. He said he didn't chase, that patience mattered. That movement changes everything. People heard excuses, but what they were really hearing was a man who never felt threatened. And that scares them, because it doesn't match the chaos they were hoping for. But here's a thought nobody wants to sit with. Well, the fight went exactly how he planned, and the chaos came afterward for a completely different reason.
The fact that he's willing to fight the two-time heavyweight champion, former Olympic gold medalist, a guy who's gigantic in his prime, built like a Greek god. And you're gonna stand, and he's a one-punch killer, and you're gonna stand in front of that guy, and he avoided shots till the 6th round. He just started getting tired.
His movement in that fight.
While everyone argued online, the alleged arrest story refused to die. It kept resurfacing, mutating, growing louder. Every hour without clarity made it worse. Was it an altercation? A misunderstanding? Something tied to fight the crowd? Or the aftermath? Nobody knows. And that uncertainty became its own weapon, pulling attention away from the ring and dragging it into something far uglier. And yeah, it feels like somewhere, someone is hoping you'll stop asking questions.
I saw one of Shady's tweets. Please pull it up. It'll be easy to find. And I vehemently disagreed with it. I need y'all to see this one. That wasn't a fight. It wasn't a fight. No. Jake Paul was clutching at his leg like my niece will when I see her on Christmas. Hey, good to see you. Like Jake Paul was he was clutching Anthony Joshua's leg. That wasn't a fight. Like that wasn't a fight. That was a